Hey, this is Postdoc Chronicles week number 36, and what you see right here in the background is the game called Tetris 99. It was like dropped right up after the Nintendo Direct last February 13, and basically this is a battle royale Tetris 99. So if you've been living under the rock in terms of video games, battle royale is basically this game, video game format where you are pitted against 99 or around 100 other players around the world, and the goal is to survive. So one of the most famous battle royale out there is the game called Fortnite, and in Fortnite you paradrop like 100 of you paradrop in this island, and then you like kill everyone until who is the last man standing basically. And the guy who thought of this is really a genius. I never even thought of applying that similar concept to Tetris. So in this game right here, it's called Tetris 99 because it has something to do with the symmetry of the, because if it's 100, the layout won't be symmetric. So in Tetris 99, so your Tetris box will be at the front and center, and then your other 98 opponents, so 49 on one side and then 49 on the other side, can be seen during the game. And again, it's a battle royale. It's like the last man standing. So depending on how good you are at Tetris, so your goal is to survive out of the 99 people. Your goal is to be the last Tetris player standing. And yeah, I've been playing this for a while. Usually the best that I could do is like I could make it in the top 10, but I never made it into top 1 so far. So I need to practice my T-spin skills, my T-spin double, T-spin triple, because if you're good at Tetris but you can only do the basic Tetris and you only rely on the tetramino, the straight four black line, if you only rely on that, then you're gonna be crushed. Okay, so that's basically my Tetris training so far. That's what I've been doing is relying on that long tetramino block, but no, it's not enough. So right now on the game called Puyo Puyo Tetris, there is a more light-hearted game. I've been practicing how to construct T-spin double and T-spin triple. So what are the patterns that you need to put in your mind? What are the layouts that you need to be familiar with in order to be able to do a T-spin triple and T-spin double? Okay, but yeah, enough about that. Let's go to what I did about my postdoc this week. So basically, for this week, I did two things. One is that I studied this tool known as Delphes. So I haven't used this tool before because so far what we've been dealing with are truth level events. Okay, and when you say truth level, these are the reconstructed events from the simulation before they enter the detector. So whether it's the actual detector or the simulated detector, and basically what Delphis does is it takes in these truth level or MC level Monte Carlo generated events, and it feeds this to this simulated detector. So again, we can simulate the detector because we know its geometry, we know how it should interact, how it should behave if it for example gets a photon or charged particles, or if it gets some hadrons. How does the actual detector behave? So Delphis is a simulated detector. So it simulates the detector so that you can simulate events from the interaction itself, from the proton-proton collision all the way up to like after it's been read by the detector. So as you will have a more closer comparison with the actual data, because of course in the actual data we don't actually get like the truth level events. What we have is after we observe things, what we have are the data after the detector. So after the trigger, and then whatever the data the detector spits out. Okay, so I've been studying Delphis right now and trying to implement it in our dihiggs project. So originally, I gave Jong and the collaborators the relevant distributions that we'll be using for the dihiggs study. But then we thought that it would be nice if we could do the detector simulation as well. So I've been doing it right now. So basically, you feed the HepMC files, the files that you obtain after Monte Carlo simulation, and then the Delphis will look at it. But yeah, the thing is, in order to create histograms out of these guys, you need to be able to use this other tool known as root. Okay, ROOT, and this framework, the root framework, is like extensively used in CERN. So yeah, I've been using that, but so far I think I'm still rechecking my Delphes installation, because so far every time I run the hepmc file, every time I run the simulator detector simulation, it gives me the .root file right after, but then it also gives me some error saying that, yeah, some error that I am not familiar with. So I'm still trying to look at what that error means. But yeah, I've tried this root file even with that error. It was able to produce some root file. Then I was able to like try browsing that file through the so-called T browser within the root framework. Okay, and the other thing that I did is I also began writing, because like I said from the last Postdoc Chronicles, our goal is at least by the end of February we would be able to upload already our paper at the archive, because there's a danger that, like, Deepak has this, contact with the CMS. There's a danger that there's a specific CMS search that may scoop or that may override our results. So he said it would be nice if we could upload it to archive as fast possible. So I already have like the body of the paper. It's already in overleaf. So I already wrote some results right there, some introduction. The theory part, I'm still going to do it like early this week. Hopefully I can finish it, and then so that like we can upload it already in the archive, and then maybe if we have like some other additional results, we can just like append it afterwards. So basically that's the plan. Okay, and also, by the way, last week for week number 36, there was like a 2-night blackout right here. Okay, so it was really, yeah, it was for the first time. I experienced that for the first time. So good thing I had during the first night. I had like basically I have two power banks that are huge. One power bank can basically charge my MacBook, and my MacBook also has a very long battery life, so it was fine. And then I have another power bank for all my other gadgets, so it was fine. And then the nice thing is, even though it was a blackout during the day, my in here my room is there's no electricity, but then in the University of Wits, the electricity was still there. So basically, after the first night of blackout during the day, I brought a lot of stuff in there, so that I can charge like all my power banks and stuff to be able to survive the second night. And I think, yeah, the blackout was due to the, like, last week there were almost every day there was like heavy rains and stuff, so maybe that's the reason why it happened. And yeah, it was my first experience, but I would say it was better than the other experience I had, like last year. Here was that there was also a time when there was still an electricity, but we ran out of water. And I think that was worse than having a blackout, because at least in a blackout you can, like, I have power banks and stuff, but in this case, when the water ran out, like, I only have a very few extra water for drinking and stuff. So during those times, like, there were days when I didn't take a bath and stuff because the water was missing. Okay, but yeah, anyway, the blackout was like for 2 days, and yeah, it was fine. Okay, and I think that's all I have for my postdoc chronicles. What other things? Let me recall. I think that was it. Mainly the Delphes stuff, and then the paper for archive. Okay, so it's looking. I'm still waiting for the comments from Deepak and Jong. I gave them the overleaf link, so maybe they have something. Maybe they would have an issue regarding the introduction or the flow of the paper. So yeah, I'm also waiting for their comments. But yeah, anyway, that's it for Postdoc Chronicles week number 36, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time for week number 37. Bye bye.